Good morning!
Good morning!
Today we are headed off to Versailles.
Woo!
For anyone that doesn't know, it was built for a king.
It's a palace.
We'll be giving you quick little facts along the way. It is kind of a long way to get there, so we're gonna head off to the metro right now and start that journey.
See you there! Super needed today. Cheers!
Palace of Versailles, here we come.
Here we come!
So that is King Louis XIV. He was actually the guy who had Palace of Versailles built.
Sun King.
Yes. And he lived in it for quite a while until he had to move back to the Louvre.
At the start of the French Revolution.
We are outside of Versailles. We're about to head in, but before we do so,
I want to give you a little fact.
Little fact. The whole Palace of Versailles is 8 million meters. That is 87 million feet, which is about just over 2,000 acres.
Whoa!
Crazy. This place is huge.
As you can see, there are tons of people here. Annually, there's about 5 million people who come here, and then even just in the gardens, because you can get separate tickets for each, but just in the gardens, 8 to 10 million people a year.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
Let's get in there. All right, so we didn't have to wait in line very long.
Because we planned ahead and got the timed tickets. So we had a reservation at 12 and we skipped a huge line. There are over 700 rooms. There are 1,200 fireplaces and 60 staircases in this whole palace. Just imagine that.
All for King Louis. King Louis gets what King Louis wants. In another room of King Louis.
So another quick fact for you, there are 5,000 different pieces of furniture in here and over 6,000 paintings.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so we're now in the Hall of Mirrors.
Hall of Mirrors.
It has 357 mirrors in it in total.
And on the ceiling is painted an intricate painting, gold-plated, and this whole hallway was made to dazzle people for the visitors and the people who came through. That's really the only point of this whole thing, was to dazzle the visitors, which I think is incredible.
And they say that back when King Louis lived here, they would light 20,000 candles in this hallway.
They have little chandeliers now with little fake candles around them. But I mean, if you just imagine, go back in time and imagine all those different candles and just how intricate and intimate that this hall would have been with the mirrors, blows your mind. Absolutely blows your mind.
These floors are creaky.
King Louis will not have this.
We have made our way to the garden.
Les Jardins.
So while the palace is 2,000 acres, the garden takes up 30,000 plus acres.
There are 400 sculptures and 1,400 fountains.
While you may have thought the palace was big,
this is huge too.
the garden overtakes that tenfold.
The garden belongs to this large house. Definitely. Let's explore. Like the maze from Harry Potter 4, the Goblet of Fire, when they have to go through that maze. That's what this looks like right now.
Which way do we go? Hey lady, which way do we go? I think she's saying this way.
Guys, we are out in the canal at Versailles, and Corey.
Hey guys!
Corey is our Capitan. But check out this view though. Right over there is where we just were. That is Versailles. Let me go this way. All of our little boats over here. Pretty neat.
what were your thoughts on Versailles versus the other sites that you've seen?
I thought it was just very grandeur, very luxurious, very busy. It's still a lot of people, but it was really interesting to see the history and the story behind it about King Louis and the French Revolution, and you know what the palace became after the French Revolution, and just the amount of facts that, even the facts that we were running through with you guys, was incredible to me. The Hall of Mirrors, the number of statues, how big it is in general. It was really, really extraordinary.
Kind of takes your breath away with how big it is. But that'll do it for Versailles. See you guys at the next stop.
We were on the train home today and we got a quick shot of the Statue of Liberty. A couple quick facts which are really interesting. The Statue of Liberty here in Paris looks to the Statue of Liberty in New York. And theirs is actually a third the size of ours, so it's much, much smaller.
So tonight,
Dun, dun, dun.
we are going to see a show at
Moulin Rouge!
We are about to go hop on the subway and head there.
They probably won't let us bring anything inside, but we'll see what we can do for you.
Yeah, so we're gonna head there now.
We'll see you there. You have to check this out. This is literally just like the movies, but take a look at this stage, take a look at this decor. It is literally 1920s can going on right now. I've always wanted to go to a cabaret. I'm obsessed with the burlesque movie, and from that movie I have always wanted to see one. So we are doing it right. We're doing it in Paris at Moulin Rouge.
We stopped at a little cafe. There's a lot of these all around, and they have a bunch of different kind of pastries. This one's a little more specific on what they make for their pastries. And we went ahead and got
the salted caramel macaroon, and it is huge, like much bigger than it probably should be.
And then, no, that is not a green apple.
It is a pastry. We came into this cafe the other day, we walked by and I was like, ooh, that apple looks really good. We had to come back and try it out. It's like apple pie. That's incredibly appley. It is very apple pie-ish, but the apple inside is super fresh. Like, they literally just made it today. The shell on the outside is white chocolate, so it's a little bit hard. That's why it's a little bit hard to get into.
Cheers. That's really good.
Oh, look at those eyes.
I thought it was gonna be like more crumbly. As soon as you bite into it, it just softens up for you. And the taste is like caramel overload, but pops off.
Whoa, babe. It's like chewy. Like, you wouldn't think the cookie would be chewy, but it is. Whoa, that's like really caramely. I'm pretty sure it's all caramel in the middle. The one thing I regret not doing is trying more pastries like this. So I'm glad we finally did. Best sweet thing we've had since we've been here, for sure.
Alright guys, we've made it to the Eiffel Tower on our last night in Paris.
Last night!
So we're gonna hang around here until the sun goes down, get some dinner, and then see the Eiffel Tower light up.
Which it does every hour after sunset for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it goes until, I believe, 2 a.m. The city of Paris is actually called the City of Light, and different people view that in different ways. One reason was that they were the first city to use gas lighting back in the day, and they actually had gas lamps all up and down their streets, which lit up their streets at night. Another reason is that they would light up the Eiffel Tower at night, and therefore it was called the City of Light.
And I actually like this one the most, that the final reason is it wasn't about the lights or being lit up or anything like that. It was about the people who were here. They were enlightened people. There was a major group of artists and musicians and writers and educators and teachers who came here, and that's what was the enlightenment part about it.
They were drawn to the city, but we will be seeing the Eiffel Tower light up later this evening. But for now, we are just enjoying the view from the Champ de Mars. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude our European adventures for this go around. As you can see, we still have a lot to pack. Our final step count was actually 98,211. So we were just 2,000 short of 100,000, which I'm sure we'll get once we get to the airport. So I think we're calling that a win. So we wanted to let you guys know what our favorite place was while we were in Paris, or if you are only here for a day or two, what you should do.
Beyond all of the monuments like the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, I actually really liked the Moulin Rouge show. I thought that was like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I thought that was really neat to do.
For me, I would say Versailles, but it is a little bit outside of Paris, so it may take a full day in order to see that.
It's huge too, so there's a lot to see.
That's gonna do it for our European 2019 adventures.
We'll see you on the next episode, but the exploration never ends.